What's this? I'm hitting my emergency video stash already? Indeed it is true. But there are a couple of reasons for this. First and foremost, I didn't find the time to go out filming this week. But secondly, winter is fast approaching New York. And this is the last autumn video that I have. In fact, in New York yesterday, we had our first snow of the year. Okay, so it wasn't more than a brief dust-in, but as they would say in Game of Thrones, winter is coming. My next filming trip is going to be in Ridgewood, Queens, with one video taking part across the border in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Thankfully though, I will be able to film 5 videos in one trip. The Bushwick video will be one of those now and then videos that I do from time to time. These videos always have a good retention rate, and while they don't get masses of viewers, the one thing that each of them do get is daily visitors. In fact, the first now and then video that I did is already in my top 25 most viewed videos. I'm very fortunate that I can do 4 different Ridgewood stories, all within a few blocks of each other. Firstly, there will be a video on the old Madison Theatre, but more importantly, I can cover the old German brewery that used to be in that location before the theatre. That video is likely to be less than 5 minutes long, but it will be an interesting story to tell. Then literally across the street to the theatre is a diner where a police officer was gunned down, allegedly by the mafia. Now I have to say allegedly because nobody was ever found guilty of his murder, and the witnesses to the crime recanted their testimony before trial. There is a plaque for the officer at the location, and the square is named in his honour. I already have footage that I can use from the past, but I would rather film some new footage solely for the purpose of this video. Then a stone's throw away from the diner is the old boxing hall, the Ridgewood Grove. In that arena, 43 different world champions boxed at one time or another. And again, even though I have past footage of the former arena, I would rather film new footage for a new story. That video is going to take a long time to edit, so that one might be the last one to go up. But I'm looking forward to making a unique video where I can list all 43 world champions who once fought at the Ridgewood Grove Arena. Filming the arena will also allow me to document correctly the discrepancies that appear online in the boxing community. There is nothing intentionally misleading in the online documentation, but you see, there were 2 Ridgewood Grove arenas, and in many instances, the 2 arenas are confused with each other. Through my due diligence, I will be able to document precisely what fights took place at what arena. So while 46 world champions fought at the Ridgewood Grove, only 43 of them fought at the more famous of the 2 arenas. And finally, I want to return to the area that is used frequently as a film set for movies and TV shows. The main reason for this is that since I filmed the area years ago, yet another film has been made in this location. The new film that was filmed there, in part, was the new West Side Story movie. The original video that I made in this area is in my top 5 most viewed videos, but this was before I had a gimbal and a noise reducer. So I'm not going to remake the video, but I will do a brief follow-up where I will be able to use steady footage instead of the original shaky footage. Some scenes from the new West Side Story movie were filmed in the same location where scenes from The French Connection and The Wanderers were filmed decades earlier. And finally, as we walk down Himrod St in Ridgewood, Queens, I want to update you on my overseas plans. You may be aware, if you have followed me long enough, that I had planned to go to South Korea this year. But the truth of the matter is that it is still too expensive to fly there. Everywhere else seems to have reduced their flight prices, but Korea remains high. So I've changed my plans, and for my next trip I will be going to Eastern Europe instead. Come the new year, probably around March time, I will fly to Vienna in Austria, then travel to Budapest in Hungary, on to Bratislava in Slovakia, and finally a trip to Brno in the Czech Republic, or Czechia if you prefer. I'm already in the planning stages of this, with my biggest concern being access to money in each country. Austria and Slovakia use the euro, but Hungary and Czechia have their own currency. I just need to work out how much my bank is going to fleece me every time I use an overseas ATM. Anyway, instead of just posting a walking tour through Ridgewood, I figured I would add some narration to liven up the video a bit, and let you all know what I have coming up. Bye for now, and I will catch you all next week.